Okay, so today's lesson has absolutely nothing to do with yesterday's lesson. It is an entirely new concept, yet somehow in the same unit. Don't ask why. But we're going back to measurement. We're going to need to do conversions again. Hooray! Yeah. I know you love them. So, the first one, it says using a diagram to solve measurement problems. So the problem it's giving you here is Andy is using a roll of fabric to make a sofa cushion, like the one at the right. What is the total length of fabric Andy needs to make the cushion? And then it gives you some dimensions here. So I'm going to do my best to draw this lovely triangle cushion. And then do super awesome 3D effect.
That's good.
Graph paper, man. It works. Just use the lines. So it says that the front and back total is 1.5 yards. So I'm going to go F and B equals 1.5 yards. And then it says that each side, or the edge, is 9 inches. Now, on a triangular pillow, how many sides will there be?
3.
3. Meaning, in parentheses, I'm going to do it times 3 here to know that this is going to have to be multiplied by 3. First thing I need to do, I need to make my yards turn into inches. So I write a little note to myself to remind myself that 1 yard equals 36 inches. If 1 yard is 36 inches, how much do you think half a yard would be? What's half of 36?
18 inches.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to figure out how many inches 1.5 yards is. So I'm going to do 36 plus 18, which equals 36 plus 18 equals 54. And to that, I will be adding my my edges, which is going to be 9 times 3, which is 27. So 54 plus 27 equals
81.
no. Oh, yes. So I'm adding that in there. I've got 81 inches, and now I'm turning it into yards. Because why not? What do I do to that 81?
Divide by 5.
Huh? What? 36. Divide by 36. So, 81 divided by 36. Well, let me double 36. What's 36 times 2? 72. If I were to multiply that by 3, that would take me well over 81. So I'm going to put it in there 2 times. What's 81 minus 72? 9. So 2 remainder 9. Now that's not how I'm going to present my answer, is it? It's really 2 yards and 9 inches, but not even that. I'm not even going to write it that way. I'm going to be super sly. Can I maybe give a fraction? I mean, since it gave me 1.5 yards, can I turn that back into possibly 2 9/12 of a yard? No. If 18 is half, we got it. Right. If half of a yard is 18, then technically 1/4 of a yard would be 9. So my answer is 81 inches, or 2 1/4 yards. Ta-da. Yes, it was a long first question. Guess what? We still have more. So to keep myself organized, I'm going to make a nice little division so that I can utilize all the space I have, but not make a mess of it. So now the next question, the runner. And I want you to notice too that this has this little graphy guy here. This can play to your advantage in terms of estimation. They draw these out for a reason, okay? Just keep that in mind. It says a runner finished a race in 2 hours and 32 minutes. A walker finished the same race in 5 hours, 8 minutes. How much faster was the runner's time than the walker's time? So basically what it's asking me to do is subtract, right? It wants me to subtract 5 hours and 8 minutes. And it wants me to take 2 hours and 32 minutes from it. Can I do that?
No.
Can I take 32 minutes from 8 minutes? No. It's going to boggle my brain too much. This is where mistakes can be made. This is where you treat it like a normal subtraction problem where you have to regroup. I cannot take 32 from 8. So I'm going to have to borrow from my second place. Except I'm not talking about tens and hundreds.
60.
I'm now talking about hours and minutes. So if I'm going to turn these 8 minutes, if I'm going to take an hour from here and give it to here, what am I adding?
60 minutes.
I'm adding 60 minutes. So now this turns into 4 hours and 68 minutes. And I'm subtracting 2 hours and 32 minutes. Well, that is doable. What is 8 minus 2? Oh gosh, please.
6.
Thank you. 6. What is 6 minus 3?
3.
Okay. What's 4 minus 2? 2. So just by that simple redistribution of taking that hour and adding it to 8 minutes, giving me a whole new way of looking at it, I'm now doing accurate subtraction. That's not going to give me some crazy weird answer of like 90 minutes. So 2 hours and 36 minutes is my answer. The reason I told you to pay attention to this part, this is almost half. 2 hours 36 and 2 hours 32, that's almost half.
Yeah.
That is not much of a difference. It's a 4-minute difference. So when they draw these things, they draw them to help you out. So you can estimate where you should be about. If it were more, that line, I guarantee you, would have shown. All right, last one that we're going to do. The fruit punch recipe. So again, I'm going to just separate that guy. He's got a nice little box to himself. We're on the guided practice, so number 1, guided practice. A fruit punch recipe is shown below. How much punch does the recipe make? So I'm looking at 2.5 gallons of orange juice and 3 quarts of cranberry juice and 2 quarts of apple juice. It wants me to know how much in all it makes. What should my first step be? Conversions. Yeah. I'm going to make these gallons turn into a bunch of quarts. So, what do I know about gallons?
4 gallons are in a quart.
1 gallon equals 4 quarts. meaning 2 gallons equals 8 quarts. And 1/2 gallon equals 2 quarts. So this is now 10 quarts. If this turns into 10, and now I'm adding 3 and 2, how many do I have? 15 quarts. But why stop there? Nobody says, I have made you 15 quarts of punch. No, you don't talk like that. How would you say? I've got this many gallons of punch. I brought you this many gallons. So, how do I turn it back into gallons?
15 divided by 4.
Exactly. 15 divided by 4, which is,
3.
okay. And then what's left over?
3 quarts.
So, my answer is 3 gallons and 3 quarts. Could I maybe?
No. Yes.
Yes. Instead of 3 gallons
3 gallons and 3 quarts.
and 3 quarts, it would be 3 and
4.
3/4 gallons. Brains hurt?
Yes. Nope.
Okay. My biggest tip to you guys is keep those conversion charts nearby. Get your little flip charts out. Those will help you. Remember to write your base conversion down and go from there. Okay?